going on, guys? Sorry for the lack of content today. I've been getting over a cold, but I really wanted to make this video today. And I know, I talk about, oh, this is going to be a serious video, but this might legitimately be the most serious video I've ever made. And I'm going to get a little personal in it, right? So the whole reason I kind of started this channel was to, one, leave kind of a record trail, a digital history to kind of like look back over in time, watch myself age, show my children, stuff like that, right? But I also made it so for anybody who's maybe in their 20s, late 20s, early 30s, if that they could watch it and relate with the and maybe hopefully understand and maybe learn a little bit about themselves in life and who they are and where they need to go. And what I want to talk about today really is people right now who may be in their 20s and they're seeing all this Pokemon boom going on right now. And they're just working at some crappy Best Buy, GameStop, Target, whatever, right? They're flipping burgers, whatever, right? And they want to be on they want to be making Pokemon bucks, right? The idea, the fantasy of not having to flip burgers or whatever and get to do this, it's like a dream, right? And I want to let you know that it is possible, but just slow it down, right? And so, like, where am I going to start? It's basically, let me just stress to you guys that I've worked in retail my entire life. I dabbled a little bit in like going to community college, but pretty much straight out of high school. Well, it wasn't really retail, but I was managing like a pizza place, right? Like I was running like the kitchen with my buddy. We had like an apartment together. And I basically worked from like dishwasher to cook manager, all right out of high school, right? And then after that, I went to FYE. Many of you probably don't even know what FYE anymore. It's completely different from when I worked there. It used to be just like music and CDs and stuff, and DVDs. Now it's like a hot topic, basically. But so managed an FYE for like 3 years. Managed a GameStop for like 3.5 years, 4 years. And then moved out to California. Just started completely fresh. Started with Best Buy as just a part-time Best Buy employee. Worked my way all the way up into high-end retail management of the, I already talked about it, the consultant design outside the store. So I've done it, guys. I have dealt with some of the worst I've seen it all, okay? I've literally run, high-end retail in the hills of California, and I've done it in the valley of Kansas, right? Like, I've done it everywhere. I've seen everything. I've been called everything you can possibly imagine. I cannot tell you how many times I have been berated and told to do the worst vile things possible. Trust me, okay? I've been there, right? And I'm not trying to downplay it, but like, I feel your struggle. Like, believe me, okay? I feel your struggle. But I really need you guys to slow down and just hit the brakes a little bit, right? This is probably the worst time to start selling and getting into this hobby, as far as like wanting to like quit your job and start selling the stuff. What I would be doing right now is I would be busting my ass at my job, and I would just be acquiring product and maybe selling a little bit here and there. Like, if you want to just open some product and, you know what I mean? Like, just get a feel for how to sell, and you may probably lose money, right? But you're going to kind of figure out how it works. Like, I can tell you guys, I worked for, I basically kind of started selling cards 3 years before I quit my job. And I probably lost money the first year, or I don't know, I probably about broke even. But there was a lot of luck involved with that, I'm going to be completely honest. And it was just a time period, guys. Like, you have to remember, like, when I got into this, I was able to pre-order One Piece boxes for like $68, $78, like OPO 1 through 3, right? And I was pre-ordering those boxes, and they were, by the time they would get to me, they'd be worth like $250. So like, I was in an extremely blessed time and period to start up when I started doing this. Everything was cheap. You have to realize that, though, the reason things were cheap is because all these companies were going out of business. All these LGSs were closing. People who had these businesses for 10, 20 years were losing everything. and I was gaining everything. You know, not me, but people like me, right? So like, when there's people like me gaining, you have to realize that there's people who are losing everything, right? That's like, money doesn't just like poof into existence. It's going from somebody to another person, right? So what I'm really trying to stress to you guys is I know your jobs, you hate your jobs, and life sucks, and da 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 da. But I promise you, if you have a plan, and you can see that, like, why do you think I had no problem? Like, I can tell you those last 3 years of me working, and when I had like a plan and I knew what was coming, it was some of the greatest times, because I just like, I still cared and I really worked hard at my job, but like I had this like sense of value where I was like, oh, I can make money out of here. Like, and it's like, it gives you hope. You have a plan, you have a future. So again, like, I can tell you how many people I know that tried to leverage Bitcoin when it was around like 20K because they were going to get super rich and stuff, and now they're broke and nothing. And if they would have just literally bought their Bitcoin and just worked their job and just kept buying Bitcoin and didn't try to do crazy leverage nonsense, they'd probably be millionaires now. And they're not. I can tell you they're not doing very good at all. But if they had just done nothing, if they had just worked, and they didn't try to take the easy leverage, 10K leverage, I'm going to do, like, is there opportunity and moments and things to do that? Yes, but most people aren't in the mindset to be doing those things, or they're trying to catapult themselves out of poverty. They're trying to do these crazy plays. And I'm telling you, if you just work your shitty 9-to-5 job and you just stack booster boxes, or you just invest in your 401k or whatever, it will pay off in the long run. The long run, it's as simple as, like, guys, I'm telling you, the long run, the short plays, the quick play, it's not just take the long play. The long play will always be worth it. And I'm telling you right now, the satisfaction you'll get when a long play actually like comes to fruition and it actually plays out, bro, it feels so much better than like the little quick flips. When you, the long scheming, like 3-year plans, whenever you execute one of those and it actually pays off, no little quick flip can compare to that. I'm telling you. So guys, this isn't just me. I love the hustle. I'm not telling you not to hustle. Do the hustle, do the side job. But remember, it's a side gig. It's not the main gig. Stay with your job. Keep the steady income and just stack the money. Just stack the boxes on the side, guys. It will pay off in the long run. I promise you. The long play always works out. I promise. Have a good one, guys. Stay safe out there.